TNT's Reggie Miller is with us. Reg, always a pleasure to speak with you. And I want to go here. Beyond defensive strategies against him, what is Kevin Durant's duty in this game, given the fact that the team's 4-0 in postseason when he scores 30 or more? You've been that star that other teams have to try to stop, but you have to work through that. How do you do it?
Well, obviously, he's going to be facing double and triple teams, especially if the Thunder are going to continue to start Andre Roberson. And with him on the floor, it's allowing Draymond Green to be that Deion Sanders type roving defender. So he's seeing double and triple teams. He's got to be more efficient offensively, which he was in game 2. But the biggest thing has been the turnovers. 8 of the 15 turnovers caused by KD. He's got to be more secure and more safe with the basketball to make plays for his teammates.
Reggie, big versus small on the boards. How are the Warriors getting away with a second game rebounding advantage there?
Well, they're using their quickness. And, you know, it's that age-old question. Do you go with more size and bulk up front for the Thunder, or the quickness, length, and athleticism of small ball with Golden State? Golden State is using their quickness, body position, getting around front, causing those turnovers and getting out and making this a track meet. If you're Billy Donovan and the Thunder, you've got to pound the ball down low to Cantor and Adams. And I wouldn't be surprised tonight if you see Russell Westbrook more in that mid-post area to put more pressure on the interior players of the Golden State Warriors.
It's interesting, Reggie, because the one big guy for OKC that you didn't mention about scoring in the post is Serge Ibaka. I think it's really interesting, a lot of the talk about Ibaka and his role with this team, because a lot of people felt like at this stage in his career, he might be doing other things for Oklahoma City, but still, it's about his defense first and not his offense, right?
Well, his game has changed, and if you look at the numbers over the last 4 years, his three-point attempts has gone up and his blocks have gone down. So, and that kind of shows you the state of the NBA, where your power forward, a lot like Draymond Green, has to be one of those guys that has to be a stretch four. So he's been camped behind that three-point line. There's not a lot of opportunities, especially at the defensive end, for him to block those shots. So he's got to get back to playing his type of basketball, which is defense first. But shooting-wise, and I've said this on air, he's probably the best unguarded shooter on this team. So I understand what Billy Donovan is trying to do offensively with Ibaka, but to have 3 points in game 2, he's got to be better at the offensive end.
Well, he has been one of the most efficient offensive players in the playoff. In fact, I think he's the #1, but his attempts, they just don't come his way. I was going to ask you, Reggie, with your first point with regards to Kevin Durant and the turnovers, it's just interesting with Oklahoma City's lineup because so many of their players aren't really capable after you get past Russell, if Kevin's given up the ball in triple teams, to make the next play. How is it that those guys can make the next play if Kevin is seeing that much of a wall?
Well, Bone, as you know, you've got to trust your teammates. And I know at times it could be frustrating for KD when you're the first option and you're averaging 30 points a game. But he's going to have to trust Westbrook, Roberson, Cantor, Dion Waiters when he comes in off the bench. He's going to have to trust that they make those plays. And the ball has energy and it has life, and it will always come back and find KD. But he's got to be willing to give up the basketball and be that unselfish player.
Reggie, we know superstars do incredible things. Steph Curry has a propensity to explode from time to time. You've done that in your career, the likes of 15 to 17 points in a quarter, 15 points alone straight for the Warriors. When that's going on, give us a sense of what's happening for him, and then on the other side, defending that or weathering that storm.
Well, defensively, you always want to break the will of the defender that's guarding you. Easier said than done when that defender happens to be Russell Westbrook, one of the best in the business at doing it. But if you're Steph Curry and you've got it clicking and things are rolling, you know how big that rim feels and your numbers being called. And when you're when you're getting turnovers and in transition, and you're one of the best fast breaking teams, and if you're Steph Curry and you got a chance to stop behind that three, the energy in that building in Oracle, it just kind of everyone rises up when he catches the basketball. So we all know what happened the last time he was in this building, February 27th, one of the best regular season games I probably have ever seen. 46 points, 12 of 16 from downtown in that epic overtime victory. So it's going to be interesting to see if the Warriors can recapture that magic here in Game 3.
Reggie, this may not be the time or place, but I believe Rick Fox wants to issue a ping pong challenge to you when we get through with all of this.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm just putting it out there. I'm the messenger. That's all. So
Yeah, I think if there was
All
a
right,
ring,
Foxy.
yeah, if there was a ring, I'd probably step in right now. I know you've been dominating the scene over here at Turner, and word has traveled. I just want to make sure you know that there's a challenge being
so we're
put down on the table right there. So whenever we get done
Well,
here with the playoffs, we can
The
handle
good thing
that.
about it is I'm better going into other people's building and doing work, so I do make house calls. So if you have a table, I will come to you and actually play you.
Yes.
I'm better on the road, a lot like Steph is. I'm better on the road,
Okay,
so I'll
good.
come see you.
Gotcha.
I'll come see you,
This
Foxy.
is good. I'll send the address. I'll send the car.
all right. Talent travels. Talent travels. That's for sure. Reggie, always a pleasure. Have a great call tonight, my friend.
Thanks, gentlemen.
All righty.